that's something worth noting. So I go and I turn to her, I'm like, you heard that? Like, I'm explaining what they were doing. Like, that's crazy, right? Like, would you do that? And she was like, yeah, that is crazy. And then she asked me, she says, who made Jesus? And I say, well, God made Jesus. You know, that's what we're taught. And she's like, okay, well then who made God? And it's kind of like the chicken and the egg, like which came first, and then who made such, and da da da, right? And I'm like, well, nobody made God. Well, you know, God is just God. And that got me to thinking about how I used to be in that exact same situation, to where at a point in my life I was, you know, young and youthful, still is, you know, obviously, but you know, especially in the spirit. And I was wondering, like, who is God exactly? Like, where did he come from? Why is things the way they are, and nobody seems to have the answer for them, right? Like, I feel like we're just told what we're told and we run with it. And that's exactly what I did. I was told what I was told growing up in the church, and I ran with it. From the ages of being born, a newborn, from knowing God because he created me and just knowing him in my heart, to growing up, becoming in elementary school, middle school, and just knowing God from church or with what my family had told me. My relationship of like a deeper connection of not knowing him, since I did not know him for myself, was kind of lacking, since I didn't know exactly what was what. And then when I got to later on in middle school, early high school, I started questioning, well, why are things the way they are? You know, why are we just believing in something and we actually don't really have real answers? So I thought, you know, because if the chicken came first, who made the chicken, right? And so let's go with God. If God came, well, how did God come to be? And if God is this end all be all, this big being, why is there so much bad in the earth? And why is there heaven and hell? And why is it that if you don't believe in God but you're still a good person, you still go to hell? But he's supposed to be love. All of it was all these questions that I'm pretty sure all of us had at one point. If not, then you were just different. So her question got me to this place where I'm like, oh my gosh, I was there once too. And this is a real thing. This is something that I wanna talk about, because it took me years to finally come in agreement with it. And I feel like a lot of us as Christians, we don't always go to God to seek these answers and to get these answers. We just say, well, this is what the Bible says. That's a lot of times what the answer I got. That's what the Bible says. That's what the Bible says. I'm like, well, who made the Bible? You know, like